fixes everything. Did you know that?
I did not do jumping jacks. I'm just going to have to find a way.
V10 right now? Jumping jacks fixes everything. When I joined the military, no matter what problem you were having, they would tell you, all right, get up and we're going to do some jumping jacks. Yes? I'm not really sure why, but apparently it was the answer for everything. Jumping jacks.
We have a full show for you guys today. We have some breaking news that we're going to come with right after, this little rant. We're going to follow up with some of the ministers in their new ministries and see what they've been doing. Yeah. I think we have some passport stuff, more drama going on with that. Another officer, I think, finds themselves in the... then
I wonder if they're going to charge it
what do they call it?
Section 78. You think they're going to do that?
Then we have an update on, what's Gardner's nickname?
Player.
We have an update on Player.
He like Carmen San Diego. He like Carmen San Diego.
We have an update on Player and what's going on with that. And no, we do not have the name of, what do they call him?
Politician one.
Politician one. I'm struggling today, y'all, so y'all gonna have to deal.
Maybe it's Rumpelstiltskin.
What?
You remember? Where were you in the 90s? Remember the story?
I know the story of Rumpelstiltskin. Okay.
If you can guess my name.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, boy. It's the same concept, doesn't
y'all,
it?
Y'all, say a little prayer. Say a little prayer for me. I'm not going to have to struggle through this immense tiredness that I feel. I have to struggle with this. And I can't even say the things that I want to say anymore because somebody call and say, every time I say it, it triggers them.
Wow. Wow.
I was going to put this exact same color on today.
Isn't it fantastic?
I think I have a shade of it in my
see a little pocket piece.
Anyway, you guys stick with us. And it is Friday, so we're gonna open up the phone lines early. I know we say that almost every day.
Yeah.
But I promise
y'all. You all for believing us.
But the good thing is, like, every time we say it, I promise you, we don't say it just to say it. I really do truly mean it. Mm-hmm. But I don't think y'all realize the work that it takes to keep leaving on a straight track.
You actually sound like my man who keep telling Tingham he could delete homegirl number. That's how you sound. I promise I could delete it this time.
I'm just saying. But I promise today we're going to...
family back. Give me a chance.
Huh? Well, I'm trying to get my family back. I'm trying to get our listeners back because, like you said, they said the same thing to you about us not opening the phone lines and talking too much. So we're going to open up the phone lines earlier.
Oh. Can I also say this?
When the music starts, now you have something to say.
Apparently, there were hundreds of our listeners that didn't know we were on election night.
You said that before.
Go to YouTube.
People saying YouTube down, so we're going to check that during the break, and then he could come back with this.
Watch it, because it's so good. You could watch it twice.
Oh, jeez. We'll be back, y'all, right after this.
Eye on the Nation will be back right after these messages.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Imagine an event where entry is as effortless as a wristband can. Calling all businesses and event organizers because selling tickets has never been smoother. With Canoe, effortlessly sell tickets online and accept payments via debit cards, credit cards, Canoe wallet, or even sand dollars. From payment links to QR codes, track your sales digitally, making event organization a phenomenal experience. And that's not all. Canoe is giving you more. If you're offering food, drinks, or must-have merchandise at your event, Canoe takes it to the next level. Customers can seamlessly pay using wristbands, QR codes, or their Canoe digital wallet. No more long lines, no more waits. Just happy customers and a boost in sales. With Canoe, your event becomes a breeze. Cashless, worry-free, and simply unforgettable.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Hello, welcome back to Eye on the Nation. I'm Leland Miller.
I'm Sandy Brown. I'm a little better.
Yeah.
I did something.
I fix her.
It was not you,
Who else in here?
but now it's.
Who else in here?
Now I'm feeling a little hot. Is the AC working?
Okay, if I hear and you hear,
Whew.
did the little grey man fix you? Because you didn't think him as talk to the little grey man.
Don't forget that with Canoe, that Canoe is a modern digital payment platform built specifically for Bahamian businesses, making it easier than ever to accept payments, send invoices, and get paid faster. So everything you need to get paid all in one place. From scan to pay, where customers can pay you instantly, to digital invoicing that helps you stay organized and get paid quicker. Canoe simplifies how you do business. You can even turn your website into a checkout experience or integrate Canoe directly into your systems. So, are you ready to accept digital payments the local way? Well, visit www.canoepays.com and sign up today.
For all your everyday needs,
So, we do have breaking
call
news.
Canoe.
You don't say to call Canoe afterwards,
Yes.
do you?
Yeah, for all your everyday needs.
Call Canoe.
Right.
Okay, so call Canoe for all your everyday business needs. Business. Make sure you put the business part in there.
Hey, well, you never know what kind of business is my business.
You know what? But like I said, we did have some breaking news. So health officials have confirmed that a passenger en route to the Bahamas is experiencing what they described as health challenges.
Go back.
You don't even know what it is
Being
yet.
here. Not in, listen, in the gym of Nisus, you go back to wherever you come from.
So eyewitness news understand that the passenger was traveling from a country currently managing Ebola cases.
Tell him back.
There has been no official confirmation of the illness at this time, but authorities say that they are continuing to monitor the situation. So to break it down in simpler terms, there is someone on a plane
Oh boy.
allegedly experiencing symptoms
Don't tell us the Dr. Menace.
that mimic
Oh boy.
Ebola symptoms.
Brave.
Traveling from a country that has confirmed Ebola cases. However, obviously there's no confirmed report that this person does have Ebola,
Yeah.
but they are scheduled to land in the country shortly.
Here is the issue with that. That means 100, and how much, what size this plane is?
I can't tell you. I know the plane, and I can tell you it ain't a small plane.
Man, not for my sake, for Jesus' sake. Listen to me. All right? We don't have to go through this twice.
You know what? Let me do this
Great
first.
Wales Key have a landing strip.
Let me do this before you. How does one catch Ebola? No, before you start hysteria. Let me just see if it's like airborne. See, it's not.
I don't care
So-
if it's airborne, groundborne, seaborne. Turn cousin round and you take him right back to where he get Ebola from. And you let him put it right back there. Don't bring it. My brother, listen to me. I know if you was here for my fellow Bahamian citizens and residents. I can't do it again.
I can't do it
And
again.
Zephaniah Zonaville can't do it again.
I can't do it again.
So, listen, land him on Great Wales Key. They have a landing script there. And just leave him there to sun dry until all the Ebola has left his body.
Well, I guess we're going to continue to monitor it. You guys can, if we get any updates before the show comes off, obviously we're going to give you the updates. If not, you can tune into Eyewitness News. They have all of the latest updates at 7 o'clock.
Or they could throw him
or
like a
on your-
life raft.
So again, I repeat, this is what we know at the moment. There is a passenger on a plane
I like that.
came from a country with confirmed Ebola cases that is currently experiencing health issues.
And what are the health issues associated with Ebola?
That's what I was trying to get to. That's why I wanted to Google it so we don't panic people. Well, this isn't what the health issues associated. Well, yes, the symptoms I'm going to give you after, but I'm going to tell you how you can catch Ebola so people don't freak out. So it's direct contact with bodily fluids. So it's not airborne. It's not like how COVID was.
My brain contaminated that.
What?
Go on.
So contact with blood, vomit, diarrhea, saliva, sweat, urine, breast milk, or semen of an infected person.
Oh boy.
Or if you touch contaminated items that may have the fluid on it, like needles, bedding, or clothing. That clothing really threw me a little off. Okay. If you care for sick people without proper protective equipment, handling or eating infected wild animals like bats or other primates, or contact with the body of someone who died from Ebola during ritual.
So you can't give me the Ebola while you're breathing. But if you stop breathing, I can get the Ebola?
But like if you know how, what you call them? Not morticians, that's what you call them, right? I guess when they in the bombing and the fluid, the liquids, that kind of stuff. You know, it has to be like liquid. It has to be.
I don't want to deal with this. Pilot, who the name of the pilot?
I'm not telling you to plane. I'm not telling you to pilot.
What to do? You all just, we was busy anyway. We don't really, I don't know if you know, Chester had tourism numbers up around here for a little while. We really don't need no more tourists today. We all right with tourists for the day. Just take him right back. We're going to be okay, I promise.
This is some of the symptoms, y'all. Fever, severe weakness, muscle pain, vomiting and diarrhea, or bleeding in some cases.
Bleeding
so
from
early...
what?
Maybe your nose. You never watched it? Wasn't there a whole movie about Ebola which started from the monkeys?
I just watched the news. I continue to tell you that.
And the people was like bleeding from the nose and stuff. There was a whole movie. What was it called? I think it was called Outbreak. Was it Outbreak about Ebola? I may have been wrong.
I don't know.
Anyway, the point is fever, severe weakness, muscle pain, vomiting and diarrhea, bleeding in some cases. Now, I don't know if the person is Bahamian and so they have to accept the person here. I don't know if it is a foreign national that is just traveling here from that.
Remember, Darren Enfield just locked the people out of the country. That was it. What do you mean you have to let them in?
I don't know. We don't know all the information at the moment. That is all that we know. But I promise you, when we get, I'm ignoring you. When we get the information, we will update you guys as soon as possible. Okay?
I'm Fred Mitchell. Could you let Darren Enfield be the Minister of Foreign Affairs for 2 days, please? We have a very important matter we need to address.
Anyway, y'all I mean these people say return that plane back, return the sender.
Yeah. We even didn't need no tourists today.
We didn't want no tourists anyway.
All these bunch of tourists.
What we need tourists for?
Not today.
Yeah.
A bunch of tourists everywhere. But man, I had enough of that.
Anyway, yeah, that was the breaking news. So like I said, if we get any more updates during the show, during the 2 hours that we're on, I will let you guys know. I won't tell him. I will let y'all know at the same time. Because you know this one is Chicken Little. You know I call him Chicken Little.
This is something special. Do you want to breathe through an N95? Yes or no? I just can't breathe. When I put the N95 on, I immediately want to spin around.
This is why I don't tell you stuff, because how you get there? It hasn't even been confirmed. All we know is that the person is coming from a country with
Ebola and smell like Ebola. It's
Ebola. It could be a flu. A bad flu. You know, a bad flu is going around.
And then you flew it right back to where it come from. What is this happening here?
So you can leave everybody on the plane?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you think it's better? Would it be better to contaminate the 200,000 of us or to just leave these 140 people together? They're cousins now.
I'm done. I'm done with this. When we get further updates, I will be sure to let you guys know, okay? Yeah. All right. Okay. So another story that seems not to be going away. I don't know if it's more heightened now because we're more aware of it, or it's always been there and we just wasn't paying attention to it, or because of all the attention that the official opposition and the COI gave to it during the election. But I feel like every time we blink now, somebody else get in charge with passport fraud. But this time, it's not a Haitian, so I guess Bahamians will be happy about that one. This one was a Dominican, apparently.
Is this a Dominican or a Dominican?
It's Dominican, isn't it?
I asked, I just wasn't sure. Because you know they're two different. You know they're two very different set of people.
Yeah, but it's say if my mommy on that plane, wow.
Your mommy on that plane?
Say if my mommy on that plane, she'll stay right there.
Child, it didn't look good for mommy.
Let's play the story, please.
On to some other news tonight. 2 Dominican nationals have been charged in connection with an alleged scheme involving Bahamian passports and voters' cards. Telfano Antonio Tavares and Larny Tavares Nova appearing before senior magistrate Kendra Kelly Burrows, where they face multiple charges, including possession and use of forged documents, as well as fraud by false pretenses. Prosecutors alleging that between April 25th and May 10th of 2024, the pair used fraudulent registration certificates and immigration documents to obtain Bahamian passports. They are further accused of using those passports to secure voters' cards from the parliamentary registry. Both defendants who hold valid work permits pleading not guilty to the new charges, maintaining their earlier not guilty pleas in the passport fraud case. They were allowed to continue on $6,000 bail. Nova, scheduled to return to court on April 22nd. Tavares' matter resumes on June 10th. The accused were represented by LaVan Johnson, while Vernon Pyfroom prosecuted that case.
I hope whoever signed the bail for that, I want them to. I want us to name a cell block in their honor. Because when these two people take off and break off running, right?
What do you mean?
We can't find them. No. When it's time for going to the calaboose, I don't want you to come tell me, oh my God, Tavares, we can't find him. I know who we could find. Everybody who signed the bail, raise your hand.
Yeah, but remember, I think maybe it was sometime last year or maybe early this year, you know, everything kind of rolls into one now, where they did say, I think there was a person that was charged after the person they signed bail for didn't show up to court. And I think they gone after mom in the house.
I want us to continue in that same vein. So when Tavares them decide they ain't going to no jail, cousin, guess where y'all, if y'all is immigrants, how y'all find people to stand bail for y'all? Who stood the bail?
Well, they have valid work permits, so I assume that whoever brought them here.
Yeah, which should also be invalid the minute we find out y'all have all these other illegitimate. Think about this. You have a valid work permit. We find you with one bunch of other fraudulent things. Whether we could prove you got them by fraudulent means or not, what we know is that they're fraudulent.
Okay.
So this legitimate document, you know what we can do that? Oh yeah, give this child's regimen need this. You thank you very much. And we just could put you in the jail because everything we'll be looking for could be right in here, and we could be looking for you soon so you could come stay in here. What was the purpose of them getting bail? All it tells me is that someone prominent have carriage over them, and now I suspect the prominent person of being the facilitator. That's probably the one person who's been getting all the fraudulent passport and thing.
You know, you keep asking me the questions and then answering it yourself, so I don't know what you want me to say in this moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Because I'm not sure. You asked me a question and then you just answered it by yourself.
Okay. Where you think Tavares could be in 3 months?
Right here.
Okay, all right.
When they give you bail, don't they take your travel documents and stuff?
Tavares obviously don't have a travel document getting problem. You can't hear the story yet.
No, he got a voter's card, or they use the passports to get voter's cards.
Because you can't have the voter's card without that.
Did they vote?
Man, Tavares already have one problem, Sandy.
No, I just asked him to be on the register. It's easy to check.
Don't do that to Tavares. He already have an uphill battle to climb.
All right.
Tavares is in a fight for his life. You just let him go to court for this one thing, and you please leave Tavares alone, okay?
But with this whole situation, the exact same thing I said from the beginning when everybody was saying that it was a government problem, I do not think that it's a government problem. I think that it's a people problem. I think that there is somebody in these offices who are selling these passports because they ain't going to Brave for it. They ain't going to Brave House for it. They ain't going to the 8 p.m. for it. It is somebody in the passport office. It is somebody in the parliamentary registration department. It is somebody in the registry because they need many documents to get a passport.
I am suspicious of Tavares them. What these people named, what Tavares co-accused name, because the fact, that, listen to the story. We find 2 immigrants in possession of illegitimate documents, but they have work permits. And they claim that they was innocent. And since they say they was innocent, we believe them. So you know what we also did to 2 people who don't live here and could get fraudulent travel documents? We give them bail. Think about this story.
Now,
whoever they work for is now a person of suspicion in my mind.
You know what? I find this to be amazing because I'm literally usually the one that says, to hell with the law. They still make no sense. And you're usually the one that's like, no, the law is the law. The justice system is the justice system. Now, all of a sudden, because they 2 foreigners who you don't like, now they should, no. Now, all of a sudden, they shouldn't get bail. It is their right. No, because you say that they have forged documents and they could leave.
Yes.
The point is, aren't you always the one saying the law is the law?
And a man has to be draping his innocence. No. Yes.
Exactly. So doesn't the law allow for them to get bail?
Yes, except for in the instances where they are believed.
Okay, Judge.
The law also says, except for in the cases where I suspect or the court suspects they are flight risks and will not appear to stand trial.
Okay. You was in the courtroom with them? No, I'm just asking. Were you the judge, the lawyer? I'm not disagreeing with you. You know, I'm just saying it is just amazing that you pick and choose.
Flight risky to me.
That you pick and choose when you want to follow the law and when you want to say to hell with the law. That's all I'm saying.
No. Tavares them could build RAF. They could build RAF. They know how to get false passport. Next thing you know, he have a false U.S. visa. I'm not taking that chance with him.
He is innocent until proven guilty.
He is.
And the law gives him the right to have bail.
And the law also gives the Crown
the
power to hold him for 2 years and consider it reasonable. So we are going to reasonably consider you being held so the Crown knows exactly where to look for you.
They out on bail.
Yeah, regrettably.
There's nothing you can do. They out on bail.
Tavares.
That's all. They out on bail.
I say go for it, my brother. They might as well we all get on board.
The views and opinions.
I ain't tell you what to go for.
The views and opinions. That's all I'm saying.
I can't wait till we report on this in June. I just find it to be so hypocritical.
You be in here. You be in here dragging me over the coals when I say X, Y, Z. Yes. Now all of a sudden, you see how your man go?
No. Tavares is obviously a flight risk.
And so are a lot of these and so are a lot of these men who are charged with some of these crimes.
No, they're Bahamians. They have to come home. Tavares is not from here.
So you've never heard of a Bahamian jumping bail? Because some was in Canada
where... bring them back to the airport. And me and Kev, you go for 100 years. When you land at the airport, we might let you land. But you try leave and see.
Anyway, the point that I'm trying to make with this whole story is I really feel like something needs to happen in these offices now, in these ministries. Maybe there needs to be a shakeup. Something needs to be done. Maybe I'll need to offer... We was just talking about plea deals the other day with the AG on the show. Maybe offer some of these migrants some plea deals so they could start calling names because they go into someone and someone is telling them to go to someone. But these, the most loyalist migrants you ever see because they're not calling any names.
Well, again,
they ain't snitching.
Well, because the worst of their punishment is being returned home. And
that's what I'm saying. Maybe
and
offer
if that's
them.
Your punishment. But here's the deal. Obviously, you ain't scared to leave home because you leave the voice that. So if it's kind of like when people of prominence say silly things to me and try to threaten my well-being. The worst thing you could do to me is send me back to the corner of Minnie Street and Cordell Avenue. And guess what? If that's all you have the power to do, I start there and I get myself here. So I will simply get myself back here. If deportation is the greatest thing you could do to me, well, let's speed it up. Deport me quick.
Anyway, we'll take a break. When we come back, another officer finds themselves on the other side of the law. What's the man name again? Player. Why I can never remember Player. We have a Player update. And then we have some updates from the MPs in their new offices. And we opening up the phone lines when we come back.
Yeah.
All right.
Eye on the Nation will be back right after these messages.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Bring your brand into focus and make your impact on the nation. Go all in with the Impact Bundle, featuring live liners and an in-studio interview. Prefer targeted reach? Audio plus digital delivers radio and digital placements. Or be seen with our television bundle with 20 TV ads across broadcast and streaming. Call 4-666-173. Eye on the Nation.
spice it up with what we got.
It's time for Quick Draw. Get out your tickets now. We're playing Quick 2, 3, and 4. Good luck!
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Hello, welcome back to Eye on the Nation. I'm Levan Miller.
I'm Sandy Brown, and this is
Ask Senate.
because people keep asking. So I think we're gonna have explanations.
Yeah.
For this week only, and then after that,
Yeah, because y'all should be watching the show. What else y'all watching?
other shows. You know, I discovered that there are other shows on during this time. I didn't know that. No, I'm just saying I didn't know. Why
You know what a boy hot like me?
The people say Levan is a JP.
Indeed
He's
I
right.
am.
Anybody could be JP.
Oh no.
Yo,
Oh no, you're not gonna do
they
that.
giving out JP licenses like they giving out fake passports.
No.
What special credentials you need to be a JP?
What do you mean?
At one point, I thought
considered by the Crown. You have to be considered by the Crown. You have to be a certain age. You have to have had a certain bearing and deportment as a community leader. Yeah. As a matter of fact, when I applied to be a Justice of the Peace, I was denied the first time.
They were smart.
And
then you
when
had
I
to call
applied
someone.
again, no. Can I tell you this one thing about me? I never use my connections for myself. Never. No politician, put the camera on me, what on me? No politician nowhere in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, length or breadth, could tell you I just call them for things for leaving. I call them for things for everybody else in the Bahamas, just not me.
You know, thanks for reminding me that you were a JP, and when I needed a JP to sign my passport pictures, you did not offer
That's because you tell me you was dealing with the thing with the people with who had the passport.
It's a lot of stuttering.
Lock up in the office, in the drawer. And like, this is,
That's a lot of stuttering, though.
I was starting to suspect you were being like Tavares them. I wasn't sure if I wanted to touch this little passport.
Anyway, we also have immigration story. Let's play a story, and then we'll talk a little bit about it after.
And on news from yesterday, still dissecting the recently read speech from the throne among a litany of pledges that will steer government's legislative focus for its second consecutive term is an issue that dominated the campaign trail. And tonight, a former government official says the Davis administration is on the right track despite backlash that has transcended the campaign trail. Our Jose Etienne takes it from here.
The Davis administration vowing to take a tougher stance on immigration, promising new penalties for employers who abuse the work permit system and mandatory sentencing for public officers found facilitating immigration or passport fraud. The issue of immigration remained front and center throughout the general election campaign, with both the Free National Movement and the Coalition of Independents accusing the government of falling short on border security, repatriations, and alleged document fraud. But former Immigration Director William Pratt says the record speaks for itself.
Every week they have tons of illegal immigrants before the courts. The magistrates could verify, the courts could verify, the airlines could verify. Every week we were deporting persons. And to me, it didn't stop because I left in October, and I know it was going on all along. So I don't know why they were saying that.
Pratt's comments follow Wednesday's speech from the throne, which laid out the government's legislative agenda, including proposals targeting those accused of betraying the public trust through immigration-related fraud. But while government signals a tougher approach, questions remain about accountability inside the Immigration Department itself. In recent weeks, foreign nationals have faced prosecution in alleged document fraud matters, but some observers continue to ask whether individuals inside the system who may have enabled those acts are facing the same level of scrutiny. Pratt says he took a hard line on immigration fraud during his tenure, but admits actions against public officers often face limitations under existing public service rules.
We have to go through the public service, so it really takes a longer time to discipline persons through the public service protocol.
It remains clear whether any changes were made to address those limitations. Earlier this year, trainee immigration officer Alex Riley was dismissed effective immediately by Immigration Director Stephen LaRota after voice notes circulated online allegedly linking him to a financial arrangement with a foreign national.
Like with the police, I know we were anticipating to see how we could amend the Immigration Act to give the Director of Immigration the authority to discipline, like how the Commissioner of Police or the Commandant of Defense can discipline their officers on the spot.
But immigration controversies did not begin with passport fraud allegations. Back in 2023, leaked documents raised questions about discretionary immigration decisions and alleged interference by then Immigration Minister Keith Bell, controversy that also surrounded the exit of then Immigration Director Keturah Ferguson. Since then, the government has promised an immigration commission aimed at modernizing policy, reviewing department operations, and rebuilding public trust. However, few details have been provided about its work since its launch. Now, with a new term underway, attention shifts from campaign talk to implementation and whether those promised reforms will result in meaningful change.
I want to tell you something. They could say whatever they want. You see that last clip with the immigration officers standing together? Yeah, they were underneath the charge of a man that I know to be affectionately called Big Bad Chad. Yeah, Chad Adams. Immigrants all across the length and breadth of the Commonwealth, they stand no chance against Chad. Chad don't mess around.
Okay.
Chad
is that what you got out of that story?
Yeah, because they're talking about the immigrants ain't being round up. They ain't mean Chad.
No.
The immigrants ain't being deported. They ain't mean Chad.
No, I get what you're saying. I think that because it's not as heavily reported when it is, or sometimes they put it in the back or like a last story on the news that people think it's not happening. But it is happening. That's why he's like, I don't understand what the immigration thing is. But the problem with the immigration thing is election. And right before election, all they talk about was Haitians, illegals.
And I think the government kind of gave in to the charge by putting it in. Here's the thing, right?
You have to answer it.
But the number. We ain't like putting these people on a skiff and sending them back to Haiti, you know. We putting them on a jet, which means we carrying them through an airport. You could simply tell the people, go check the manifest, my friend. Go check the air traffic control, because we can't doctor those things, right? And I'm saying to you, the only thing missing in this immigrant fight is Sampin Motors. Please send Chad 2 more bus, because he running out of bus to put immigrants in. Every single time I move around the city, I am in awe, actually, of, no, I'm serious. They ain't stopped. They ain't stopping this.
Listen, I have seen several immigration buses early in the morning. I don't want to laugh because it's not funny, but the way that you see people running when you see them immigration buses is just, I've never seen anything like it. I saw when I was coming here one morning, the immigration bus was parked right by the Six Flags roundabout, and they were just, I never see so many people run in my life before. So they out there working. I know when I lived out west, I live Coral Harbor. They used to have those buses at certain roundabouts because, you know, you have a lot of people in the back there. And not just for Haitians, Dominicans. You know, they have a lot of Spanish and foreign housekeepers and stuff that go all the way out in those areas. So I know immigration is be out there. I be seeing them.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, when I consider, right, that I used to at one point be a tooth in the jaw of the apprehension, right? Mm-hmm. And so I know how it works. And the thing about that is, a lot of times, not because the boots aren't on the ground today means we ain't waking on it, you know.
Okay.
Remember, you got to time how you drop the net. So it ain't make no sense I put 15, 16, 20 officers with arms and ammunition on the ground and we catch 2. No, I got to wait till they congregate. And when they congregate, my friend, we got them.
Anyway, we do have an update. I know we promised you guys an update on what was happening. The plane has landed.
Jesus wept.
Good. Let me read the update first before you start. The sky is falling. So one of 2 passengers who arrived on British Airways flight has reportedly been taken to a quarantine facility at the Linden Pinland International Airport. I didn't even know we had a quarantine facility there. Maybe it was something that we just did during COVID. Did you know we had a quarantine facility?
I just don't be quarantined.
What? They took them to the quarantine facility at LPIA, and health officials have confirmed that both of these passengers were experiencing what they described as health challenges, but only one had to be quarantined. Okay, so those images right there were showing who appear to be officials moving toward that recently landed flight alongside medical teams who are wearing personal protective equipment. So Eyewitness News understands that the passengers were traveled from a country currently managing Ebola cases. However, there's been no official confirmation of the illness at this time. I repeat, one of the passengers has been taken into a quarantine facility in the Linden Pinland International Airport.
That plane say it belonged to Regina. I want you to send them right back to Regina. There's no need for us to have, they have state-of-the-art medicine there.
Too late.
They have public health, they have the NHS, they have all kind of other S. To put these people S on this plane and send them back to Regina. Because we can fill this plane up with Bahamians tonight. Right?
They're gonna clean the plane, I assume, or I would assume that there are protocols. I would assume that this plane would be out of commission for a while until they do what it is that they need to do. I would not assume that it's like a regular plane and as passengers come out, they're gonna put other passengers in. I would think that our health officials have enough sense not to let other people go into that plane where these reportedly sick people just came out of.
You know, presumption is the family member to assumption.
Yeah,
assumption is the mother
I have
of...
to have faith. I have to have faith in our health officials. I have to believe that they have our best interests at heart and they want to keep us safe.
Presumption is the relative to assumption, and assumption is the mother of...
Anyway, the people in quarantine at LPIA, that is the update. When we get another update, we will continue to update you guys during the show. But unfortunately, no, they did not turn them away. They said, welcome.
I want to tell you something. Knowing what I know about the Bahamas, they probably get someone with a white piece of paper and a permanent marker to write quarantine room. Bam, a piece of sticky tape. Yesterday, this was the broom closet. Today, quarantine section. You stay right there. Watch now the whole air conditioning in LPIA.
I'm not going to let you do that to our health officials. I'm not going to let you do that.
But like I said, who tell me that the PRD looked like they was running a 3rd grade project.
They were.
Oh, okay.
But they proved that to us. Hold on, no. I gave them the benefit of the doubt first. I did. And I said, let's improve. And they did improve. So I didn't just out the back just say, let's give these people the benefit of the doubt. Then if they mess up, then we say, now hold on now. But I'm gonna have faith in our health officials that they do not want another outbreak, virus, COVID situation happening, and they're gonna handle it at the best of their abilities. You want to give them
the benefit of the doubt? I just want to doubt their benefit. I believe, in the words of Charles Carter, these are Bahamians. Friday too. Everybody, they by the water and all. The medical professionals you're talking about probably just get back to work from 12 o'clock because Friday is water and all day. You can't want me to deal with Ebola today. Man, you couldn't have Ebola on like Sunday, Monday.
I'm not going to let you do that to our health officials. I believe that they have our best interests at heart, and I believe
they better go call Dr. Dal Regis. Go on, Dr. Dal Regis.
Boy, we love us some Dr. Dal. But anyway, whenever we get the next update, we will be sure to let you know. But just to repeat, one of those passengers who did come off of that British Airways flight who was experiencing what they describe as health challenges, has been taken to a quarantine facility at the Lynden Pendling International Airport. So if we get another update on that, I will be sure to let you guys know.
Regina, how could you do this to us?
You're done?
I don't know.
Okay, so now we're gonna go to, I keep forgetting this man's name.
Player.
Why do I keep forgetting Player?
I know. You want me to write it down?
I remember his real name. His real name is Eric Gardner, but for some reason I cannot remember Player.
You have to say it like a sentence. Eric Player Gardner.
Well, anyway, so Eric Gardner was supposed to show up in court yesterday and he didn't. So now people have all kind of speculation as to why and to what happened. And if you don't remember who Eric Gardner is, or you can't remember the story, this is what happened.
Topping news tonight, a high-profile U.S. drug investigation involving a Bahamian suspect is taking another dramatic turn tonight after the accused failed to appear in federal courts as expected. Now, our Linton Ritchie Jr. has the details in tonight's top story.
It was a no-show in a United States federal court for alleged Bahamian drug kingpin Jonathan Eric Gardner, who was expected to appear in a New York federal court Thursday on drug importation charges following an undercover investigation by the U.S. Drug Enforcement Agency. But tonight, the bigger question may not be where Gardner was expected to appear, but whether Bahamian officials know where he is at all. Eyewitness News understands Gardner was initially held in custody in Florida before being moved under heavy security by international authorities for what sources said was a scheduled appearance in New York federal court Thursday morning. However, sources claim Gardner never entered the courtroom. On Tuesday, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs confirmed the Bahamas Consul General had not been granted access to Gardner, and as of Thursday, that position remained unchanged. Adding to mystery, sources tell Eyewitness News, U.S. authorities have provided little information to Bahamian officials regarding Gardner's location, movements, or court appearances, leaving questions mounting as to why details surrounding the high-profile detainee remain so tightly controlled. Gardner was arrested more than a week ago after surviving a plane crash some 80 miles off the coast of Florida, an incident that saw all passengers rescued. Authorities later reportedly recovered a black crossbody bag, a white envelope bearing the name of a politician containing some $30,000 in cash, along with multiple cell phones. That same unidentified politician reportedly matches a name referenced in a U.S. indictment unsealed last year involving members of the armed forces. Meanwhile, a 12-page U.S. affidavit lays out explosive allegations, including claims of a corrupt government official, secret drug-related meetings, and the alleged use of the country's port of entry to move contraband. For now, the timeline of Gardner's next court appearance remains unclear, while Bahamian officials continue waiting for answers.
Yeah. So Player is like Carmen San Diego. Him, Jerry Roca, we don't know where none of them is.
So, all the rumors have already started circulating. Now, you do remember the Ministry of Foreign Affairs sent out a statement earlier this week. I would like to say, which day was that? Tuesday, Monday? One day this week, saying that they haven't even been able to speak to him. They have not been granted access to him, but they've also asked the United States for their cooperation in trying to find out all the information in this case that they've not been getting told. We had the AG on yesterday who said that his office also reached out and they trying to figure out what's going on, but so far no name of who politician one is or no access to Player. So you remember
this
it
sounds
that's
like
time.
The beginning of season 3 of Prison Break.
But Player, who, remember, got pulled up out of the waters on the way to Grand Bahama, went to Florida, then they transported him secretly to New York, where he was supposed to go before the courts. Nobody
Maybe
know where he is.
Yeah. Because they say he was on the heavy guard, maybe. You don't watch these kind of movies. It happens this way every time in the movie.
Nobody knows where he is.
On a little dark road with pine trees.
Well, the people them say he might be somewhere singing, or he might be somewhere snitching, or he might be somewhere, I know. But all of it don't make no sense why you ain't going to court.
Oh, boy.
Just like how we ain't hear back from Friend yet.
Yeah.
And Friend date was supposed to come soon, too.
He probably done fainted.
Muley court date was like right after the election, eh?
He probably in medical sick because the pressure probably going up. I'm telling you, that's what's happened to them. Their pressure is going up immediately.
So you think his pressure gone up?
Yeah, they say we can't even put this boy before no court. We got to put him in sick bay.
Well, in any event, I guess there's nothing else we could do. We spoke to Wayne Monroe yesterday. He said there's nothing they could do but wait. They don't have the name. There's a lot of reasons why the United States would not want to cooperate at this time, or may not want to release the name, or there may be a reason that they don't want Bahamian officials to have access to the prisoner. I don't know. He don't know.
What's interesting to me, though, is like, at this age, at that age, right? I don't know if I want this amount of excitement in my life.
How old is he?
Old enough to be done with this.
How old is he?
I think he's 60.
Yeah, but this isn't something that he was accused of doing today.
No,
these were stuff that stemmed back from years ago.
Like, but now he should have been a loving grandfather and...
You know, at some point they do want to change their lives, but then your past catches up with you, which looks like what's happening here. He didn't plan to crash. He didn't plan to get rescued.
Step one, don't go on no plane with Kingsley sent for you. Step two, if you do go, don't go with Soupy Mouth Mummy.
Soupy Mouth Mummy.
3, if by chance you all crash and you are with Soupy Mouth, you just let the Coast Guard carry her.
And not you.
You don't go with them. You say, thank you very much. I really don't feel like being rescued today. Matter of fact, call Floyd, tell Floyd, I out here, send one of them gray boat for me, please. Thank you. And then you start bending the canvas on the raft to see if you could start floating back towards Abaco. But be very careful. Don't go the way where the rapture to pick you up, because the rapture to pick you up.
Anyway, it's an interesting case that, of course, we will continue to follow. And if you don't, the FNME letting you forget. The first thing I saw, they should.
So should Tyler Perry.
The first thing I saw when I opened up Facebook this morning was a post from the FNM saying, "Good morning to everyone except politician 1." They ain't gonna let nobody forget this case. Trust me, they
might get tired though, because there's only 8 of them, so that means someone got to do something every day.
No, but nah, stop.
What? They also have these 4, but look at them. I don't think these.
But did you see the newest story about Rick? I know it's not in the lineup, and Castro gonna kill me, but they posted a story that said that Rick hired a U.S. firm to run his election campaign. And mind you, I don't mind, and I don't care who you hire if you feel like that makes sense, but why?
I help him one bit.
No, because my thing is, you're not already on the ground here. You already don't have the air of the people to know what is going on. Then you hire people who know less than you to help you run an election, and you get your money back.
You know what it'll get you?
A seat in the Senate. But I thought he did have, which I'm not mad at the appointment. I know everybody else is, but at least I know he's stuck with us for the next 5 years. He's going to learn something, and then if he runs again, then I'll be like, okay, Rick, you've been here, you understand, you know how our politics works, I can lay off you.
Yeah.
But I couldn't let him get that pass, only being here 2-3 months, and think that he could get inside our parliament. Absolutely not.
Yeah,
but other than that, I don't have a problem who you hire. It just doesn't make sense. You already ain't here on the ground, and you can hire other people who ain't here on the ground, who tell you, let your exes and Shaq them endorse you, rather than getting some locals to endorse you.
Yeah, the same Shaq who endorsed Tingham. But he did. You know Tingham who stayed in the Cable Beach station?
I'm ignoring you. I really am. Anyway, back to news and what's going on. Another officer finds themselves...
Say it again.
You know this person, eh?
No, but my heart bleeds every time I think about what the commander must go through every single time.
Another officer found themselves afoul of the law, or in the opposite side of the law. This time, one of your people.
Not to be outdone. We just couldn't let Customs outdo us. A Customs officer never beat one ass or nothing in life.
And so they ain't gonna beat us now.
Not at this either.
Well, a serving female member, and that might be a little bit worse, because the Customs officer was at least a trainee. This one.
But I also want to tell you this. You listening? You ready? Boy, woman on a roll this week.
It's only 2 women, and the woman was with a man. Oh no, it's 3. Yes, you're right. You're right.
Woman on a roll.
Sorry.
Week.
I forgot about the lady. You're right.
Y'all 3-0 for the week. Y'all ain't missing.
No, it's not 3. No, it's 3-1.
Who was the
one with the second custom officer was with a man.
Well, he obviously is the accomplice, because he ain't owned this gun yet. So I suspect
there was a man with that one. The first one was the customs woman with all the bribery and stuff. And then the woman, the customs trainee.
Who you say is brother and sister?
I said it could have been. And now this one. Okay, so 3-1.
I think he's the victim. But listen to me, boy. When you go in that court, you just tell them how you was in fear for your life, living with this skillfully trained immigration officer. You seeing what they do on these immigrant exercises, and you didn't want her to do that to you. You were very afraid the whole time. That's what you have to say when you go in court. And faint twice.
Let me read y'all the story. So a serving female member of the Royal Bahamas Defense Force was among two people arrested after police seized a firearm with ammunition during an early morning operation in New Providence on Friday. Now they keep having a lot of...
Where you keep getting all these guns from?
No, they keep having a lot of early morning operations. And how they know exactly where to go. Someone up there snitching on everybody.
That's when you go for the gun.
Well, so according to the report, shortly after 1, so they kick your door. You can imagine getting your door kicked in at 1 a.m.?
That's the best way for you to do it. Then you hear, police. Boom, 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 boom.
After 1 a.m., officers attached to the Anti-Gang and Firearms Investigation Task Force, assisted by additional officers, acted on intelligence and executed a search warrant on a residence off of Seabreeze Lane. During a search of the residence and its 2 occupants, so they from the firearms unit, so they knew what they was looking for.
You also know that usually means his ex-girlfriend tell us. What they was doing?
During a search, they discovered a firearm containing ammunition. So a 27-year-old man and a 32-year-old woman were subsequently arrested and cautioned. Police identified the woman as a serving member of the Royal Bahamas Police Force. Investigation remains ongoing. And they want you to know everybody who was a part of this raid for this one gun. The Anti-Gang and Firearms Investigation Task Force, the Royal Bahamas Police Force, Royal Bahamas Defense Force, Bahamas Customs, Department of Immigration, and the U.S. Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms.
You know what that also tells me, right? Just in case this warrant don't stand up. Because, you know, some of these people have no knock. They don't require, the same level of proof for their warrant. So let's make sure we throw all the agencies in there, especially if you see customs in there. Oh, yeah.
Well, maybe and this is another thing, they caught a man in the house with her. Maybe she was just having a sleepover. You know, maybe they was watching a little Netflix and chill, and they fell asleep.
I want the commander of the Defense Force to charge her with Section 78.
The man, what happened to men eating charges for women? This is the third one where it was
y'all
like...
y'all on the road. We want to make sure we curb this behavior for you.
No, this all started from when Marvin said my wife and I. From Marvin said my wife and I, it all went downhill from there.
Section 78 should cover her, though. I understand that's the new hot one. I want everybody to get a Section 78. It's just a wonderful, hot... The Commander of the Defense Force can do so much things to you if they hit you with a 78. Hit her with a 78, Commander. I'm pulling for you. I'm pulling for the commander.
I just want to know whatever happened to men saying it's mine and owning it so the women don't get in trouble.
Not these women who could carry a GPMG.
I don't know what women...
130 miles.
Okay, time to take a break.
On our way to the calaboose, it seems.
When we come back, we're going to open up the phone lines. We still have a lot more to talk to you guys about, letting you know what some of the the ministers have been doing in their new ministries. And I think you had something you specifically wanted to talk about, too.
Yeah, Joe would say the group of them getting scarce. These group have been getting scarce from I was 9.
We'll be back, y'all, right after this.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Bring your brand into focus and make your impact on the nation. Go all in with the Impact Bundle, featuring live liners and an in-studio interview. Prefer targeted reach? Audio plus digital delivers radio and digital placements. Or be seen with our television bundle with 20 TV ads across broadcast and streaming. Call 4-666-173. Eye on the Nation.
So you want a space. But not just any space. You need something with a little more potential. So how about 1,000 square feet of room to play with? Superb audio and video production capability, digital LED wall, full lighting grid, and about 124 seats to accommodate a full studio audience with so many other features. Make us your home for your next concert, conference, and so much more. Honestly, the possibilities are endless. Here at ILTV Studios, we'd love to bring your next event to life. So what do you say? Do you want our space?
Okay, guys, this what we doing today. We training for the bounce back. This 150K payday. Y'all ready? Yes. Y'all sweating today. Give me a 2 ball. 10. Give me another 2 ball. 15. You spin, right? It don't look so. It's 10K. Name these games after me. Food Dragon.
Food Dragon.
Cinema Classic.
Cinema Classic.
Yeah. Put that parlay in. Put that in. You know, Jalen Bronson disappointed us last time. You want to walk for this or you want to run for this? Good pace. Good pace. Not too much water. Put it down. Let's go.
It's the Bounce Back 150K payday. Big wins for 10 weeks straight. 15K every week. 10K to a lucky winner. Visit islandluck.com for more info. Island Luck. Winners live here. It's time for Quick Draw. Get out your tickets now. We're playing Quick 2, 3, and 4. Good luck.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation. I'm Sandy Brown.
And I'm Leland Miller.
And if you're just joining us, we were finishing up some of the arrests that happened this week. Yesterday, a RBDF officer found herself on the wrong side of the law yesterday and was arrested after she was found in a house when police did a raid and they found some firearms and some ammunition.
Yeah, being found in a house with ammunition, I definitely could see that being Section 78.
Another officer is also on the wrong side of the law. This one was charged. This 26-year-old police corporal. Now, this one, see, with the people in the house, you could always say, I didn't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like with the first, was it a BDF officer the first time? It was a customs officer. The customs officer, they said they found the one of the guns was in the roof. And the next one was like under a mattress or something.
The magazine was under the mattress, yeah. The gun was in the roof, the mag was under the mattress.
Yeah, so, sorry, you could always say, I just didn't know, you know. Innocent until proven guilty. But this corporal apparently stole $2,400 from Emmanuel Centelius. Apparently, Centelius was detained at the Linnipending International Airport. And when he was there, they took the money from him. Well, this officer apparently took the money from him and never gave it back, $2,400.
He didn't really steal it. He just needed it for the poker game so he could get in. And he was going to bring the money back, but then the poker game didn't really turn out the way he thought it would turn out, and so he didn't have to.
So he borrowed the money?
He actually just wanted to use it to get in the poker.
Okay. Well, he pleaded not guilty and was granted $2,500 bail, but he ain't had the 24. Now he got to fine 25. The trial is set for October 27th.
Well, again, I want to implore young women everywhere. Please hear me. I know they say that people like Pookie them could scratch the line of your track better than any track line scratcher ever.
This went left really fast.
But you have to make sure that you swore Pookie them house for gunpowder residue before you go there. You have to also make sure that don't be riding with Pookie them, because other Pookie might be looking for him. You have to also make sure that you take all of your track scratching appointments in places that are, you know, not near your house.
I'm just waiting for you to finish so we can move
I'm trying to help you all, don't, because Pookie them ain't eating the chicken. You see what's happening here? when the police come to the
So
door
just don't
at 1
date.
a.m.
Just don't date.
Don't
date. Don't hop in the car with them. Don't go by their house.
I say don't get your track scratched. What are you talking about?
If I hop in the car with him, he picks me up for a date and I get pulled over.
Don't go for track scratching with Pookie then.
Anyway,
because although nobody could beat them scratching a track line, you might end up in the calaboose because Spooky is gonna call the gun a gun.
I tell you, ever since Marvin said my wife and I, it has all gone downhill from there.
See, back
but
in
anyway,
the day, you used to fellas them who, whenever the police reach, you and them equally knew. It was an unwritten rule that my man, whenever the police come, this gun is yours. Today, when the police reach, the gun is ours. Now let the police decide. You know, like how the police have to decide which part of the boat is Marvin on and which part is he wife on?
I'm tired of you.
They have to decide the same thing with the gun. Because only the bottom part of the gun the police might be looking for.
Okay. Well, thank you for that wonderful insight and that information. I will take it with me.
Yeah. I'm encouraging young women everywhere.
All right. Thank you. We appreciate you. All right. So I know a lot of people said after the election, all of the grill and chills and the fun and stuff was going to end.
Mm-hmm.
Not true. Some MPs had victory parties. Some people had thank you parties. I know Fred Mitchell had a whole weekend, I think, of like...
With every entertainer in the Bahamas must be. That's a big to-do month.
I guess that's why they keep him around, because they know who he is. And they're like, we know who we have. Sometimes when they say the devil you know, they know who they have.
And the one time they gone against Fred, they really didn't pick the best thing they could find.
Twice they went against him for two women, eh?
No, they went one time, because he beat Jacinta.
Wasn't it Jacinta?
He beat Jacinta.
Oh,
okay. It was Singham who beat him, Chanel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay. And then they went right back.
They count the days down to when they could get rid of Haim Tool.
In any event, so he had some. Jomo Campbell, we apparently also had his victory, or having. Oh, this coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, this one ain't gone yet. I wonder if this only for like his constituents, because I ain't trying to pick on mine, but we ain't had no victory
But
party.
Big Mike having one.
Hold on, I'm trying to see what it is. It's called Centerville Victory Party. So if you're in the Centerville area, they're having food, drinks, and celebration. DJ Bash, DJ Babylon, DJ Tunes. So it's going to be tomorrow from 6 p.m. until y'all can't stop having fun anymore.
Yeah, and Big Mike having one starting 7 o'clock, I'm told.
Who's Big Mike?
Michael Alquitas.
Michael Alquitas is now Big Mike?
Well, if you
Nobody in finance has ever been called Big Mike.
You see how body beating him? He said he can't be Lil Mike.
So he's having his in this area?
It's supposed to be 7 o'clock today.
Okay. All right. So you guys can go. Listen, if your area ain't having none, go to the different areas. How they gonna know?
Yeah. I'm showing him your finger.
I just asking how they gonna know. How they gonna know what they mean?
Yeah, Big Mike is having, but I understand his opponent also had a little get together.
Oh, okay, really?
Yeah, but I understand that Big Mike is supposed to be having a bashman splashman.
His opponent was who? Jamal Moss?
Massive, yes.
Massive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had a thank you grill out and stuff too. I think we have a video and I think we have stuff of his. There was his.
He was having a fantastic time.
He had his already. Which date this was? I can't even see. But anyway, he did a grill and chill.
It was 7 p.m. to 10 p.m.
You know, and I applaud him for that, because if I did lose, I wasn't giving y'all nothing.
Yeah, well.
You know, I petty. I'm not giving y'all anything. Y'all ain't even, it wasn't even close enough for me to say, I appreciate your vote.
The candidate for St. Barnabas and the next member of parliament very soon, because he's not going anywhere. Let's give a round of applause for Jamal Moss, ladies and gentlemen.
St. Barnabas! Thank you very much, Brother J. Philippe, soon to be Member of Parliament, for being a grand sound. Also want to thank former Cabinet Minister, Mr. Frankie Campbell. Also want to acknowledge, special acknowledgement to Deputy Chairman of the FNM, Ms. Chanel Ferguson, and also former MP for Foxhill. And also I want to give esteemed recognition to MCM Gannett, who's here showing his love and support. So I just want to say this.
The same amount of people was to that grill and chill as who vote for him. It's nobody there.
It's like 91 of them, I think, in total. Over 18 constituencies.
But what I keep being confused about is, and like I said, I gave them all the kudos in the world for having, thank you, Grill and Jill, because I wasn't thanking y'all for nothing. Y'all ain't vote for me. Y'all don't cost me get all them Grill and Jills and fix y'all roof and do all that, and y'all ain't vote for me. I wasn't
he
saying
didn't fix
nothing.
any roof because he didn't fix the one on the constituency office, and I would hate to believe that he'd fix any other roof and didn't fix that one. But I am gonna say this. He looks in good spirits.
I just said I wasn't having it. He better than me because I wasn't doing it. But what I want to know is why he keeps saying, because they said it twice. The future member of the upcoming soon to be member of parliament for Baines and Grandstown, and soon to be member of parliament for Anglesey. Election just gone. What is soon? That's 5 years.
It is that same delusion. Why they keep
saying soon to be?
It's that same delusion that has
5 years is soon.
And listen, you lose so bad, you should try another seat because this ain't the one. And not just that, if you lose by that much, right? After having the seat, because remember he come from a seat that was in the F&M's winning column. That means that your margin is so massively eroded. You have to actually go and work on how are you even going to come back from that?
I don't understand why he keeps saying soon. That was the only thing that was confusing.
Delusion.
The dance was a little weird as well.
What I also noted was he give esteem, thank you to the MCM that was present. You know who didn't sound very present to me?
No.
The leader. You know who else didn't sound very present?
It was a get-together. It was a gathering. He didn't need to be there.
That's an official F&M event.
That's a gathering.
You know who else didn't sound like they was there? The chairman. You know who else don't sound like they was there? The deputy.
The chairman.
The F&M know this thing was happening?
The chairman catching flights and not
Does the F&M know this was happening?
And the deputy is still in front of the house with his phone making his statement.
Oh, boy.
I just stop saying soon to be. That's my only thing.
Taking on water, my friend.
I think they just need to get it together. They need to have like a meeting and try and figure out what they want to do next. Have your convention today.
But you know what I think it is, right? And I said this to my good friend, Fane Thompson. Shout out to Fane Thompson. I think we've reached the point where the F&M's shelf life has arrived. And what does that mean in English? The F&M was created to counteract Lyndon Pinling in 1972. Of course, it took them 20 years to unseat him. But now the F&M doesn't have any more targets. The purpose for its creation no longer exists. And they've not found a new use for the instrument. Does that make sense to you?
Yes and no, because I honestly feel like what caused the F&M, their downfall was their leadership. I think that they continued to pick poor leaders. And I think that, and I can't even really blame them, because I feel like there should always be a succession plan. There should always be somebody that's on you that is ready to come up. And I think the problem the F&M is having now is they don't have that. When you look at the PLP, even now with this new slate, I could think of at least 5 people I can see leading that party today, right? Because there seems to be they keep getting amazing candidates with great resumes, whether you like them or not, or their political affiliations. The candidates that they seem to have seem to be resonating with the people.
Yes.
Can you pick 5 F&Ms that you could think right now that could lead that party?
No, not now or tomorrow either. And the point I'm making
tomorrow. I see some tomorrows.
No. Anyway, the point I'm making is, so the F&M, again, it existed for a singular purpose. The singular purpose no longer exists. The reason they struggle with leadership is because they struggle with identity and direction. Because they know they have to find a new thing. And they can't seem to do that.
I don't think so. I think that the only thing that oppositions honestly really needed to do in order to win an election was not be as bad as the government.
And the reason they couldn't do that is because they have no target.
And the last couple times when the F&M came in because Christie was doing so monumentally bad. Well, actually, it wasn't even Christie. Christie's people were doing bad. And people blamed Christie because he didn't punish them. People said that this person should have been fired and that person should have been fired. And it just seemed like it was one bad thing after the next. And then when Minis came and then COVID happened and all the stuff would happen, people did that. But now the PLP hasn't messed up so monumentally, and then nobody had that much faith in the leadership there that they just was like, let us just might as well.
So the PLP has course and direction, it seems to me, right?
Yes.
And so even when you interrupt their course and direction, they simply Once they're the government again, they weigh anchor and they continue along their course and direction. Along that course and direction, they populate the people who can carry it on that course and direction. What you see from the FNM, conversely, and I say this as an Ifatanya FNM, Hubert Ingram was masterful 92 to 2002 because what he was doing was deconstructing some of the faux pas and folly of Lyndon Pinling. That made him magnificent. Pinling had a gridlock on some things. Ingram came and shook them loose. The broadcast, the public transportation, etc., 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 right? Wonderful. Pinling ceased to exist in 2000, right? Ingram started running out of things that were in the clasp of Pinling. The Christie administration comes in 2002. People say, oh, Jesus, no, this is horrible. Give us Ingram back. But Ingram, because he broke that stride, right? You remember he stepped down. Nobody voted him out. Because he broke his stride. He came back 5 years later, and he just wasn't the same person we built affection for. So we say, well, we don't want this. We want to go back on the course and direction. Christie came back. The
reason that I do not agree with you is because I think that with a better leader with a stronger message, there were things that the PLP did wrong that if they had a stronger leader that they could have focused on it more and the FNM could have won. The overspending, the money that we don't even, the no bid contracts that were in the millions.
But Latre came and explained every dollar spent down to the decimal point.
I understand that, but if honestly, I think with a better leader and a stronger message, they could have gotten that message out to Bahamians, because cleaning up is always harder than when the message is already out there. The message was already out there that there was this massive spending. There was messages out there about these no-bid contracts and about friends, families, and lovers. I think there was enough. The healthcare system is still in
like
shambles.
That's the crescendo message against the PLP and every administration.
But what I'm saying is the healthcare system was in shambles. The PLP did not do everything right.
I don't disagree
And I feel like with a stronger opposition, if they could have been there picking apart from the beginning, they would have had a better chance.
I think they did some things awfully, if you ask me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I'm going to say, let's look at all of the leadership prospects. Pintard couldn't be brave. Minnis, he couldn't be brave.
That's the point.
Ingram couldn't come back and be brave.
It's the leadership.
So even if we changed out leadership,
we couldn't,
even if it wasn't Pintard,
because there was nobody there, and that's the point that I'm trying to make.
Right. So even if we had gone for one of their saviors,
there is no savior anymore.
Minnis delivered victory for the FNM.
Yeah, people don't like Minnis no more. You forget they even blaming Minnis now for this. You forget Ingram just say it was Minnis' fault.
Right. So now that the reason
they still blaming Minnis for this election.
They don't have a savior is because they don't know what it is they want to do, what they want to be recognized as. The fact that the FNM in the 9th hour jumped on the COI's bandwagon, my friend.
I don't disagree.
Suggests to me that they did not have course and direction.
But the only point that I'm trying to make is they also don't have a lot of wonderful candidates who people could say, I can see this person. There's no succession plan. I asked you, can you think of 5 people right now?
No, and I tell you, I can't think of them tomorrow either.
Can you think of 2?
Man, don't make me keep saying no on TV.
You could have 5, you could have picked 2.
No, you all just find Travis came 5 years. He's too.
So Travis is there. That's what I'm saying. I could see it. I see it for Travis. I see it for maybe a Lincoln.
Travis running 40 seats.
I'm talking about a succession plan for a leader, for good people coming into the party. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't know if everybody has the charisma. See, because it's one thing to be a good leader, right? Like, so people would say that Tommy Turnquist was a great leader of the body. But Tommy Turnquist...
I never had nobody say that.
No, I mean, I think they talked about his administrative acumen, etc. But Tommy Turnquist can blow out 3 candles back to back. And I'm just trying to say that in politics, that matters.
I am not disagreeing with you.
Yeah.
The only point that I was trying to make is it doesn't seem like they have. I hate you so much. I don't think they have. I just don't think they had. They have a succession plan. I can't. Yeah. We're not going to name anybody, but I'm sure that you could think of at least 5 people in the PLP.
Well, no, I can name people. Chester.
No, we're not naming that, because then you can't name the FNM, and we're not doing it.
Hey, my fault.
So we're not doing it.
FNM,
we're not doing it.
Oh boy. Yeah,
someone say Mr. Fox. Mr. Fox is already back in his office.
I can tell you that.
And he couldn't
not the one in Foxhill. I'm not the one in Foxhill. That ain't no muggling.
No, he back in Centerville.
Let me go back to the Medi Center.
He's back to the Medi Center, but Dr. Fox, no, because he couldn't even be Fred.
All I'm saying is, I think the FNM has to decide what is the purpose the FNM exists. And when they figure that out, then they could build a team based on that course and direction. The PLB has course and direction. We're here to pull up every man by his bootstrap, look out for the downtrodden, defend the motherless and the fatherless.
Anyway, somebody say, Sonny, will you and Miller consider being leader and deputy leader of the FNM?
I am leader of the FNA, and you are not going to sway me.
Things I don't do, foolishness. I can't lie enough to be in politics.
I was already a FNM, and I stopped because I don't think Tanya's a FNM no more.
Anyway.
So me and Tanya together.
We gone off on a whole tangent, and we promised these people. Someone say, I don't think the FNM leader is born yet. Well, come on, man. I have faith in Lincoln. Travis. I have faith in Travis.
Plus, Travis
the lady from my area, what's her name again?
A relatable candidate. Michaela?
I
think Travis, again, Michaela, phenomenal attorney, I assume. I've never seen her in practice. But again, can she connect? And I feel the same way about Lincoln. I don't think that when Pookie, Tallboy, and Platterbeard look at a candidate, I don't think they connect with a Lincoln. And hold on. And don't say that isn't important. When Brave Davis, I'm not saying you, I mean people whom.
Oh.
When Brave Davis gets off a plane and stops to 6 different locations between the airport and his hotel room, people love that. I tell you, I remember young Mr. Bethel, not young Mr. Bethel, the old Mr. Bethel in Get Island. You know what he say? He say, man, all this prime ministership got Brave dead busy. I want Brave come back and sit down by Dookie's stall with me and have a beer. Versus a Michael Pintard, who I witnessed with my eye get off the plane, and they tell you they almost knocked little children down trying to get him to the hotel. He doesn't connect.
I don't disagree with you.
And neither does Lincoln in my view, neither does Michael in my view. I'm just telling you the other people that suffer the same thing.
But what I'm saying is they have time, because let's not pretend like Brave was always who this person was.
Brave was always a nightlifer now.
No, I'm not talking about a nightlifer. We're connecting with people. People did not think that he was going to make it this far. He improved while in office.
Right. So he connected.
So what I'm saying is there are people
didn't have faith in his public. His public presenting.
Yeah, which is also very important. Very important. Right. So what I'm saying is they still have some time. They have 5 years.
Okay. Well, not if you ask Jamal. It's not like the election again Tuesday.
They have some time. That's the point I'm trying to make. I mean, there's even some PFPs who lost I could name, who I could see.
Jerome Fitzgerald is making a comeback. You only have no TVA. Jerome Fitzgerald is. You know how many people couldn't conceive that as a possibility? But here he is. In the cabinet of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Someone say Shivago. I think Shivago time done.
Plus he got bad knees. And if you could travel and thing, you need good knees to walk with and stuff like that. He had knee surgery. Oh boy. I try to be serious with George.
For the latecomers, with these things, we're gonna. I said today is the last day we're explaining what these things are.
This is our Senate.
So one more time, we're gonna explain this, and then we're moving on, because we ain't even gonna finish all of this stuff today, and we have to open up the phone lines. So we're gonna explain this, and then we're just gonna open up the phone lines. Does that work?
Sure. But we gotta do Jumo. And White Daddy. We have to do White Daddy.
Okay, so you wanna do this quickly then?
Yeah, let's do this. You all stay tuned. We can give you all this later. They ain't going nowhere. We asked them not to leave.
All right. So these were ministers who. So this week, you know, if you've been paying attention when we interviewed Wayne Monroe yesterday, he said they went to work immediately. Like as soon as they were sworn in, it was like, y'all getting paid from now. Y'all need to go into offices. So a lot of the ministers went into their offices this week for the first time to meet the people who were there, and to get a feel for where they're going to be for the next couple of years for the ones that got new ones. Some of them, like White Daddy, did not. He is in the same office. Yeah. And he packed up his stuff to put right back there.
I hope he leave them in the little utility closet.
I guess the only difference is now he's joined by Bradley Fox, who's his Paul Sec. So that would be the only difference, eh?
Right. But remember, he had 2 Paul Secs at one point, you know.
He did?
Yeah, White Daddy had Leonardo Lightburn as Paul Secretary in the Ministry of Family Island Affairs. And then he had Parkas Roll as Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Works.
All right, so I think we have a Clay welcome back video that they did. Can we play that one?
I think they're just putting numbers there, but you just...
Oh, sorry.
Excellency, I am pleased and delighted to present at this time the Honorable Clay Lenford.
I, Clay Sweeney, being appointed minister, do swear that I will, to the best of my judgment, at all times when so required, freely give my counsel and advice to the Governor General or any other person for the time being lawfully performing the functions of that office for the good management of the public affairs of the Bahamas and that in all things I will be a true and faithful minister.
I know you like that.
I saw one today where he was like, did you miss me? Or something like that. I was like, boy, his team ain't stopped working.
No.
Y'all really ain't give them a break. But
and can I tell you, it's amazing that in public life, white daddies making blue eye shades, like, acceptable. These weren't always acceptable things. Ministers of the government used to just wear dark colored shades, not white daddy. He just, when he blue eyes. And he don't care.
The things. Anyway, you also wanted to talk about Jomo. So Jomo.
Yeah, Jomo was also back.
This was him in his constituency, or this was him in his office?
I think this was him doing the. He went back as Minister of Agriculture.
Okay.
And so he said, well, where's the best place to start agriculture? Let's go in Canoe.
All right. So let's see that.
The Royal Caribbean Cruise Line partnering with the Agriculture Development Organization today to officially open the Centerville Community Farm, where residents and facilitators can go to both plant and harvest crops. The farm has served some 80 people already and is part of an overall plan by the government and the stakeholders to decrease the food import bill. Project manager Gerard Dovell has worked on the project for weeks and has noticed how it's brought change to the community already.
Yes, we want to reduce imports, but if persons are still reluctant to eat what we grow and look at what we grow as inferior, we cannot move the needle. We plant certain items and we plant them at intervals so that every week, every month, there's something to be harvested, whether it comes from our kale, whether it comes from our Swiss chard, whether it may come from our gold peppers for persons in the community to engage in processing, making pepper jelly, pepper jam. Currently, we're in the process of establishing 41 community farms, one in every constituency. You've been to the one in St. James Road. We're currently under negotiation for...
That's Gerard. Gerard is super huge on this.
Yeah, he's been doing that. And I think he kept running in Pinewood, too.
He and I have
He didn't
keep running. He keep trying to run, and they keep trying to tell him no.
Okay.
But he and I, we have one impasse. Gerard don't like when I summon the Ministry of Health to spray for mosquito. He tell me because it has killed the bees, and the bees are needed for pollination. Well, you put the bees them in your house, Gerard.
What is this? Shout out to Jomo for the continuation of the farming.
Mosquitoes kill you in Kalani.
I can tell you one thing. If it's nothing else that happens in Kalani, that mosquito truck is coming at least 3 times a week.
That's because Gerard ain't your neighbor. If Gerard was your neighbor, Gerard will be chasing them out there with a stick. I tell you, Gerard say, don't spray for mosquito because that has killed the bees. Well, put the bees them in your house, Gerard. The thing that can't kill them. But Joyce Grandboy need the mosquito truck to come.
We'll be back, y'all. Jeez, we have to open up the phone now.
Oh, yeah.
We have to. We're going to open up the phone lines when we come back.
And the Senate, we've asked them to stay with us until the end of the show.
Yeah.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Bring your brand into focus and make your impact on the nation. Go all in with the Impact Bundle, featuring live liners and an in-studio interview. Prefer targeted reach? Audio plus digital delivers radio and digital placements. Or be seen with our television bundle with 20 TV ads across broadcast and streaming. Call 4-666-173. Eye on the Nation.
Imagine an event where entry is as effortless as a wristband scan. Calling all businesses and event organizers because selling tickets has never been smoother. With Canoe, effortlessly sell tickets online and accept payments via debit cards, credit cards, Canoe wallet, or even sand dollars. From payment links to QR codes, track your sales digitally, making event organization a phenomenal experience. And that's not all. Canoe is giving you more. If you're offering food, drinks, or must-have merchandise at your event, Canoe takes it to the next level. Customers can seamlessly pay using wristbands, QR codes, or their Canoe digital wallet. No more long lines, no more waits. Just happy customers and a boost in sales. With Canoe, your event becomes a breeze. Cashless, worry-free, and simply unforgettable.
It's time for Quick Draw. Get out your tickets now. We're playing Quick 2, 3, and 4. Good luck!
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Hello, welcome back to Eye on the Nation. I'm David. You okay? I'm David Miller.
You know when you're pretending? Listen to me. The sleep that I am going to...
I mean, you
Castro just tell me, reel it in. The sleep that I am going to have when I get home, nobody has ever slept the way that I'm going to sleep.
Do we have one more video? We do have one more video. Auntie Pia went into NIB today. The people looked like they were happy to see her. So it was Auntie Pia, and the people were happy to see her.
Okay.
Auntie Pia. You could be okay.
This is the only job that's unforgiven, you know. But for those of you on Radio Land who could not see what was going on, it was just Pia walking through.
Yeah, I'm just talking
National
about.
Insurance
So
Board.
the reason I think that's interesting is, you know, Golden Gates is synonymous with NIB, right? In the PLP's iteration, one of the most popular ministers of NIB happened to have been the former member of Parliament for Golden Gates.
Okay. What?
He was to say D. Shane Gibson.
I'd never call that man D. Shane Gibson, but Shane Gibson. I have an update.
Not about Ebola again.
Yes.
Oh boy.
So there are two of them.
See, this just how it start. This just how it start, Lord.
So apparently they were in.
I go in Andres.
They haven't said yet whether or not they're Bahamians, but they said that these people were in this infected country for about 3 to 4 days.
Leonardo Lightburn, come for me, please.
For about 3 to 4 days. And they are in quarantine at the Lyndon Pinley International Airport. And we're also being told that your health minister, Dr. Michael Darville, and the head of our infectious diseases, Dr. Nikita Forbes, is also down at the airport now. So I guess by today, tomorrow.
I feel so confident now that I know that Nikita is there.
Okay, so by today, tomorrow, we'll have some more information. We're going to open up the phone lines, give the people the number again.
323-777-5698-0775. And let me just let them know, if a sound boy tried to test me today, I've come prepared.
Listen, yesterday, I hope Fran called back again today.
Oh, I have a very pertinent message for you, actually.
For me?
Yeah, so a very well-able-bodied senior gentleman told me yesterday, listen, when you come into these parts to water, bring your deputy man and just have her know as many of these drinks as she would desire. I understand that he plans to pour at least the first 6 drinks on the counter just so you know he's serious.
Have you ever told him how I drink?
Like a fish, yes, but we didn't get to that. But
I ran into a guy in the food store. I don't know his name, but he told me that he gives you messages for me every day that you never give me. An older gentleman.
I want them to know that I work for a billable amount of money, and it is an hourly rate. And you don't pay me, and I don't remember them paying me. But at any point, you all would want me to send you all an invoice. I'd be very happy. But I did want to bring you that because he's a good friend of mine.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's a well-able-bodied older gentleman. But he wants you to know that there is no limit on the amount of drinks he could buy for you.
Oh, wow.
No, it is an incalculable amount.
All right. The people are asking once again for you to explain the Senate before we go. So
This
can
our
you
Senate?
explain this? And listen, I'm telling y'all, this is the last time. Next week, when we come into this, you gonna have these here the whole time?
You want the Senate to go into recess?
We're not explaining any more after this. I think we've explained enough. We still have some more videos. I think these are photos and stuff with ministers in their ministries today. But before we get to that, you could just hurry up and explain.
This is the Senate. We have Orinthia, the bacon soda, Kumalafi. You know, not really useful for much things. Nobody even really knows what you do with it. We're not even sure why you call it bacon soda, actually.
Because
Bahamians just use baking powder.
And soda.
Okay, sometimes.
And you put baking soda in the fridge, it absorbs all the odors.
Put it in Singham. But some people brush their teeth with it. Some people use it to clear the drains. Most people just put it in the fridge. You ain't sure if it's waking. You ain't sure if it ain't waking. And at whatever point you think it's not waking, you kind of just throw it in the garbage.
Okay.
It doesn't do much of anything.
Okay.
And it kind of causes little messes all over the place, but the kind you could tolerate, like this one, see? Yeah? Like destroy the DNA.
All right, move on from Orinthia.
And then there's Ellsworth. He's wholesome, he's hearty. Nobody's really sure if they actually like it. Horses like it, and, well, you. And they keep convincing us that we need it. And that, you should just keep it around because it's good for you, and enough of it will do you some good.
Okay, all right.
And then there's Dr. Maple Syrup Johnson.
Okay.
Because nobody really knows what he does, except for the people who knows what he does. And those people think that he's fantastic at it.
But you don't know what maple syrup does? It makes everything taste better.
Yeah, but that's the only thing. It is not everything. Pancake, nothing else.
French toast, waffles.
Pancake wannabe, a pancake cousin.
Oatmeal.
The cousins too. See, they just do them as Johnson. And
Keep
so,
going.
because he's good at this one thing, you know, that's this one trick. That's the one thing we can account for. We guarantee. Maple syrup is one of those things that you keep in your fridge for 2.5 years and have only used a teaspoon of one time. Because that's the only time you ever needed it.
Okay.
And, you know, so you have one.
All right. And last
and
but
then
not
there's
least.
Rick Ulrich, the Coca-Cola. Why I keep not remembering his last name? Fox. Ulrich, the Coca-Cola Fox. Why? Because what else could make you that effervescent and fuzzy and bouncing off of the wall?
Other than Coke.
Other than the wonderful fizziness of the Coke. And so, if you put him and Arinthia together, if you put the baking soda in the Coke, you could clear the drain.
All right. So now y'all have it. That's the F&M Senate. Y'all don't have to ask anymore. Okay?
But no two of these things actually go together.
Hi, caller. Welcome to...
Unless you ask Young Jeezy.
Hi, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hello?
Hi.
I'm calling to thank you all very much. I was able to get my medicine.
Oh, okay. Look at that.
Let not
very,
your
very,
heart
very
be
much.
troubled.
Lord.
Let not your heart be troubled, and neither let it be afraid. If you believe.
Oh, Jesus.
Do you believe?
Of course.
If you believe, then believe also in me.
Yes, sir.
In my Father's house there are mansions, and if it were not so, I'd be the first to tell you.
Thank you. I'm so happy you were able to get your medicine.
Yes, thank you very much.
Anytime.
Anytime.
Anything
business.
for our nationers. Hi, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, I thought he was gone today.
What is...
He's over here. You can tell he ain't safe. That's what has happened when you're in with Brave, my brother. If you was with Brave, you would have been safe, but you wasn't with Brave.
What did he
You're
say?
out of here.
I thought you was gone.
I guess he thought I was gone. Guess what he is? Gone. Yeah. Your beast, take that.
The man is going to call you every day. Has he ever given his name?
Don't worry about that. He's man ice blow the whistle at. You save his name in the call log as that.
Anybody else? 323-7775, 323-7775. Let me read some of the comments. And people say, y'all say from 5 o'clock, y'all was opening the phone lines. Listen.
Give us a little chance.
Anthony, we be trying.
Give us a little chance.
Everyone loves my MP, the next PM. Okay. Someone say, Brave, send them back. I think they talk about the two people from the plane who have symptoms that are coming from a country that has Ebola cases. That's the best that I could say it. Because I don't want to say that because we don't actually know that. You guys need more than 2 hours. Boy, today I would have died if I had to do an extra hour. Listen, I don't have it. I don't have it. I don't have it today. I don't have it. Leavin, question. Did any members of the F&M really come out and defend Doc throughout everything that was going on inside the party? Yeah, he had like Desmond, and Desmond is Renwood.
Brown is half of F&M.
Renwood is a Menace F&M. Many of them were casting blame on Doc themselves, and PLPs simply followed suit. So they want to know if any of the F&Ms defended
I
Menace.
know. I can tell you what I did think was interesting. I think it was interesting that the opposition voted against Patricia DeVoe being the speaker.
I said that yesterday, and you said nothing.
No, but you know why I thought that was interesting? Because I thought Michaela said she was going in there to vote for all things. Woman, Patricia is a woman, Michaela.
Did she stand up?
She's part of the opposition.
I don't remember seeing
Why she tell her friends, them, yo, man, she's a woman. Sit down.
I pointed that out to you yesterday, and I was like, why did they only stand up for her, and they didn't stand up for the deputy? And then you say that's because they don't have a problem with Sylvanus.
Yeah.
Sylvanus, right? Yeah, they don't have a problem with him.
Sylvanus Petty.
Someone said we need the bees for the food. Gerard Davil, keep doing what you're doing.
I also need the mosquito to don't bite Joycelyn grandson.
My homie, Clay Sweeting, the hardest working minister.
Yeah.
I agree. Had Michael Pintard allowed Doc to run in Killarney, he could have retired on his own record while mentoring a new generation of candidates. The F&M has been doing the same foolishness since Loretta days. Honestly, I don't think Menace would have.
What about that, though? Do we have that? Do you think Rollins is now Pintard's Loretta? Remember, Loretta had 7. Remember that?
Yes, I remember.
When Loretta snatched the opposition, she took 7.
Yes.
Pintard has 8, right? Rollins could pull 7 out of there. He knows.
They don't even have 7.
They have 8. He knows the floor plan. He could pull a Loretta on Pintard. I say to you, look at that. I think Rollins is about to become the LBT of this iteration of the Free National Movement. He's going to be LBT 2.0.
Hi, caller. Welcome to the show. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Ivan,
Hey, buddy.
you didn't listen to me when I told you what is going to happen. Watch the deal, and what's the lady's name?
Who?
The deal is going to go with what the man, the F&M lady from Kalani. That's all I can remember.
Michaela?
That's all I can remember.
Michaela?
The Honorable Michaela Barnett Ellis.
Uh-huh.
She can't tag up with Andre Rollins. That's two different people. Andre Rollins can go with the want-to-be white man in Senate.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me on that.
I think that's a winning duo, boy. I'll tell you that.
I can tell you, you know why they stand up against the Speaker?
Tell
You know
me.
why they went against the Speaker?
Tell me.
She's the only person in the House Assembly right now who can control Andre Rollins. And Andre Rollins, when Andre Rollins and the white man when they kick over.
Boy, I think that's a tall little. Cause see, they can tag team now.
Yeah.
No,
That's
they
a tall
can't
little.
tag team on her, the white man, and see what she good for.
Right.
Andre Rollins this is Andre Rollins' first time getting up against her.
Right, and when the white man run out of air or breath, he can just tag Andre in.
Yeah, that's what they're going to have to do with her. But if they put anybody else as Speaker of the House Assembly, they would have a dandy time in there.
Yeah. All right.
Them too?
Yeah. Not in this house.
All right. Thank you. I honestly think that Rollins is going to be a problem for the FNM more than they're going to be a problem for the PLP. I think that, no, when I say he's going to be a problem for them, he's going to be a problem for the current leadership.
For the leader, yeah.
Yes, he's going to be a problem.
Yeah, the FNM got a problem with him. Michael Pintard got a problem.
But remember, I told you that from they nominated him. I said this is going to be a problem. He is going to be a problem. I don't see him, and he has never been a quiet backbench sit and take rules type of person.
He's all
I said that too. I was like, maybe he changed. Then it's the day of election he carry on.
He sounded like he was not beating them
He
up.
carry on the day of election about the roads or something. Remember that? Then Parliament, he in there. Shame. I thought I was watching an episode of Game of Thrones.
God help us, you need it.
So he's already started.
Yeah.
And he is someone who dominates headlines. He is someone who knows how to get attention. And I feel sorry for the current leadership of the FNM because I think that he is going to overshadow them.
Again, I don't think it's very difficult to overshadow the current leader. I told you, I think the current leader should wait till September when there should have been an election and then resign his seat and force the government to decide whether or not it wants to busy itself with trying to win a by-election.
Well, somebody says all the speaker has to do is slap Rollins like Loretta did. No, man, we no violence. No violence. No violence in there, man. No violence. Rollins could get a Loretta. Why y'all want him to get slapped again? No violence. Barnett has no.
He's gonna be the LBT in this 5-year period. I think he get LBT this fella. Okay.
Barnett has no interaction with the speaker, and yet she voted against her. Yet she all for women's rights. That's why you don't pay them no mind. I don't know why she voted against her for real though.
Maybe that wasn't a woman enough issue. I know.
I think the only issue that they have with her is the fact that she is a woman. I can't think of any other issue.
So why would Michaela vote against her?
Michaela just reached. I don't know. I would have sit down, but maybe she had to go with the party. She had to toe the party line.
Ah, Lord.
You know, sometimes you have to toe party line.
Is she the lone FNM female woman?
In the House?
Isn't she? They have. Oh no, Frazette.
Oh yes.
Well, Frazette, can I tell you, like, so?
Oh jeez, I don't want to hear it.
You know, my imagination is colorful, right?
Okay.
I've never seen someone so sad to win in all my life. You saw the picture of Frazette in the newspaper the day after they won. Frazette looked like, well, what you just do when you're in the government? You actually still have to come to this job? I might have to go back and be teaching.
No, I did not see.
Yeah, she looked perplexed.
Someone said that truck comes through our corner weekly, sometimes twice. It's awful. They come through mine 3 times.
Perfect.
I can always smell it. You could always smell it like
South Beach, Seville Avenue. Could you come in the area, that area right there, and see what you can do for us?
I'm just glad Barnett wiped Hubert, is what somebody said. He's going to challenge leadership for sure. Yes, he is. Someone asked if he got sworn in properly. I think he did.
I don't think he did. I think he botched the swearing in. Because you can't alter the sentence. And he did. And I think they should make him swear in again. If I was Patricia, that would be my first act as speaker.
Oh, no, you're trying to cause them fight the first day in the House?
If he's not properly sworn in.
What did he alter? What did he say?
He said, I, Andre Rawlins, do swear that I shall have true allegiance to the Bahamian people, King Charles III. Dine in there. So you know what you can do?
What was he supposed to say?
Andre Smarty Pants?
What was he supposed
I, Andre Rawlins, do swear that I shall bear true allegiance to King Charles III.
Oh, he added the
heirs
Bahamian
and
people.
successors in accordance with law, so help me God.
Why you know that?
Maybe it's the ism.
But anyway, so he added the Bahamian people fact in there.
Yeah,
okay,
and
well,
since
these
you
people
so
wanted to know if...
fancy, you go right back with that. The first time the parliament meet, I'd say, could the member-elect for, where he is, Long Island, could you go back out the door, you don't come across the bar, because the speaker could deny him that.
Well, these people said he did ad-lib the verbiage.
Yeah, and that is not permissible.
Okay, all right. Mr. Rollins' family is from Bimini, also Pia Glover Rule. Grandfather was a Francis from Bimini.
Yeah, that's how her and Randy get related. Oh,
Sani and Levon, please understand that if Rollins try any matters with the speaker will delightfully suspend him for a few sittings, and he could come back in making noise.
Yeah. Then he just cuss on the porch. This is what can stop him.
I hope the speaker stop allowing the chair to get to her head. I honestly feel like people who feel a way about the speaker don't actually watch the House all the time.
Yeah,
because
I think she grew into the role very well.
If you did, you would understand why sometimes she has to do what she does. They act up in there, and not necessarily. Agreed, and not necessarily with her. The screaming back and forth at each other and the jares and the stuff, it is her job, like how it's supposed to be my job to keep us on time, and I failed today.
Well, we have a sign.
It is her job. No, so many things we missed. But it is her job to keep the House in order. And they make it very difficult for her to keep the House in order. You cannot, with these strong men and women in there, and let's be honest, most of the time it's the men making noise and rowing back and forth. You cannot be passive.
Have you ever watched Jamaican Parliament?
No,
I'm asking, have you ever watched it?
No, but what I'm saying is you cannot be passive. And so they expect her to be dainty and, hi, guys, and know you have to row
So Jamaica's Parliament also has a woman, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Barbados' Parliament also has a woman. I could tell you the speaker, Mrs. Holness, she just be there. I don't know where she's be in her mind, because she just have a hand on that chin. Like, only when they start, like, really getting, you know, she very rarely has anything to say to them. She obviously just come here for the salary.
I really think that people should watch. I think everybody who just watch a sitting, not the clips that are in the news.
Right, because the news is unkind to the speaker.
I don't want to say unkind, but they do when she has her.
They ensure that they make sure that her faux pas make it into the public domain.
But I do think that you can't judge her based on hours of sitting and trying to control people in this House based on 2.5 minutes, maybe a minute and a half that she's on the news.
Yeah.
I think that you should watch to see why.
She grew well into the position of speaker. I like her for speaker. I think she commands the House. I also think she takes counsel very well from people like Mr. Forbes and they, who have committed their lives to public service. She was a good study, and you can tell from her temperament and deportment adjusted massively over the time. Even the way she wore the gab, it is entirely different from the woman that walked through the door. She has blossomed into an honorable Speaker of the House.
Somebody said, so how come y'all didn't hear Fred redacted version of the oath? I didn't hear the first redacted version.
What was Fred's redacted version?
Can you tell us? Portia Stubbs Smith 960.
Oh, because I don't know. I don't pet no pamper. If Fred altered the oath, then I think he should stand on the side of Andre, and they should do it over.
Yeah,
that is what taking an oath is about. When you go to court, don't you say in court, I do swear by Almighty God that the evidence that I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. You don't just get to say what you want up here.
Okay, I just asked them to say what it was, so we're waiting on that. Someone said many times the speaker bent over, but after a while she had to put her feet down. Someone said, yes, you're right, Levon, they are very unkind to her. Sani, stop it. I saw the speaker in a restaurant. She made me move saying she's the speaker and I'm in her chair. Well, he was in chair.
And she is the speaker. Nothing about that was unfactual.
No, but why would she say she's the speaker in a restaurant? Now, I don't know how she is in her personal life.
You obviously
I'm just
never
saying,
met an apostolic preacher.
I'm just saying, in the house, I can understand why she has to be a little bit strong. Now, in the personal life and in the restaurant that y'all was in, I know why she tell you come out her chair.
You should go to apostolic churches. You ever meet a fella and ask him what his name is, and he say he named Apostle Johnson? Yeah. So I don't see no difference there.
This person said Fred does not say the oath. He doesn't believe in the monarch, so he rushes by it.
Hey, if he mumbles it, that's one thing. As long as he says the oath as it is written, you don't just this ain't la la land. All right? This is not the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. You don't just get to do whatever you feel. You read this little oath, or you go find one job by Muckamucks. It's as simple as that.
But previous speakers had the same job of taking control of the MPs when they were unruly, and yet none of them were to the current speakers. There was some pushovers. Oh Lord, I cannot remember the man. Oh jeez, it wasn't Kendall, the other guy. Oh, when I remember his name.
Oswald Ingram.
I mean, he could. It's like he just went there for a paycheck. It's like he couldn't control them.
Yeah.
It was just like okay, like they used to just let them run amok.
Yeah.
Honestly, when you watched the house when they were there, it honestly looked like they could not control them.
I think Patricia DeVoe, believe it or not, is going to galvanize in this last five as a speaker who would be considered a tour de force of sorts, if you ask me. She's certainly going to go down as formidable, and whether you like her or dislike her as a thing to look at. What she is someone that understands the organs of the function of the institution, and she masterfully uses those organs as they are adjudicated in law.
I really just think people don't like her because she's a biggity woman, and biggity women should not exist in the country. Women should be seen and not heard.
Possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Women
It's Friday
should be
though.
seen and not. Okay. We're gonna let you do your Friday thing.
It's Friday.
Alvin Smith was the worst.
He was also leader of the party though.
I mean, just.
Yeah. The F&M was in a dark place when Alvin Smith.
Just say in a dark place.
That was true. Anyway, it's Friday. The boys got paid today. And the girls are outside in Jessica, and they're looking pretty, and they won't look that way forever. And so, today.
I will, though.
As you go into your watering hole spaces, I want you to be serious about it. Let them pour the first 6 drinks on the bar just so the people know you reach. Go into your spaces and you have yourselves what the Flintstones would refer to as a yabba dabba do time. Do all of the things that your heart tells you to do. Frolic, saunter, sashay, and indulge in all of it. Why? Because all of us leave here dead anyway, and you only get to live once. But in all of your doing, wherever you go this weekend, in all of your watering hole spaces, wherever you share your moments and memories this weekend, as you meet the boys who got paid or the girls that are looking pretty this weekend, make sure that you do not add to or take away from the population this weekend. What does that mean? That means that in all of your doing, make sure that what happened?
I'm just listening.
That you don't kill nobody.
And make sure nobody.
More important than that, you have to make sure nobody don't kill you. And if you do, here's the jingle. And if you do that.
There you go. Guys, and have a safe holiday weekend. Monday's a holiday. I don't think you ever have to remind Bahamians about a holiday, but so we'll be back here
And
with you guys on Tuesday.
You have to add that this weekend.
Oh, because it's a holiday. Yeah, we do have a, okay.
Don't kill nobody. Don't let nobody kill you. And don't get killed on a boat. We'll see you again
We'll
Tuesday.
see y'all on Tuesday. Bye, y'all.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Bring your brand into focus and make your impact on the nation. Go all in with the Impact Bundle,